Welcome, and last time I already introduced about intents, okay, overview about intents, and this video I'm going to explain about explicit intent, in which we're going to review again what that means. Explicit intent. Intent is a messaging system in order to communicate among components, and this time we're going to use explicit intent. It's a messaging system in which if you would like to activate or interact with another activity, you're going to specify the activity class name. Okay, clearly that one is what is called an explicit intent, and I'm going to make an application this way. I'm gonna make an application this way. Okay, so we're going to have, I'm gonna make this job smaller. We're going to have an activity here. Okay, on this activity I'm going to design that we have a text field for user to input the name, and a button for user to click, and if this button is going to have the text is press me or welcome. Let me just say welcome. Okay, welcome. And when user input, let's say meter a into this, okay, meter a into this text field, and this activity I'm going to call this a name entry activity. Okay, name entry activity, and I'm going to have another activity too. Okay, another activity. This one I'm gonna name it welcome activity. Welcome activity. Okay, and this welcome activity, we're going to create a label here which is welcome. Okay, we're gonna create a label here which is a welcome. So when user click on welcome, okay, we're going to create when user click on welcome, we're going to create an intent, and this intent is going to be used to send to and activate or open another activity. Okay, this one is called an intent. We're going to call intent. Okay, and this intent is messaging system used to send or activate an activity, and this intent is having an ability is that you can, how to say, you can take this data, okay, you can take this data and place this data into the, okay, take this data into and place it into, oh, you can take this data and place it into the intent as an extra data, okay, before sending it to another activity. And this one is, you can use this one put extra method. Okay, put extra method, and in order to put extra method inside here, it's going to be stored, your data are going to be stored in form of key values. Okay, it's going to be stored in form of key values pair. Okay, it's going to be stored in form of key values pair. Okay, it's going to be stored in form of key values pair. Okay, key values pair. So you, again, anytime there is a message from one activity, you can clearly activate another activity. Okay, and this one we're going to use explicit because you're going to use this name of the activity to send. Okay, and when you send an intent out, you can put extra data into it. So let's just create that example. So I'm going to start new Android project, and this one is, I'm gonna make the project name is, let's say, um, 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 explicit intent send data. Okay, you're gonna use explicit intent in order to send data. Next, then this one is gonna choose appropriate um, appropriate minimum SDK. This one is plan activity. We're gonna name this one as name entry activity. Name entry activity. Okay, finish. Okay, and it's going to create the boost activity. Okay, it may take us it may take us a while. Yeah. Okay, so when we have the activity loaded, I'm going to collapse this one for some spaces. Okay, so if you look at this one, we're going to design this graphical user interface. Okay, so Okay, it's take me a while. Okay, it's loaded now. So I'm going to design for Nexus 5. So it's look closer. I'm gonna delete this one. Then when I zoom this one up a little bit, so I'm going to drag and drop in here a text plain text field. Okay, and make sure it's aligned on top left corner. Okay, and this one is by default the layout properties for this width and height is wrap content, and I would like the width to match parent, so I'm gonna click on this one. Then I'm gonna drag in a button. Okay, this one is a button. Then I'm gonna double click on this one, give it an ID for txt name for future references. Okay, press enter. Okay, don't exit again, say yes. Then double click on this one and say this one is welcome. Okay, this one is welcome, and I'm gonna say button welcome. Okay, similarly we're going to create another activity named welcome activity. In order to create activity, click on this one, click on this, click on this, right click on the package name, new activity. You're gonna add a blank activity here. Okay, and when you add a blank activity, I'm gonna name this one as welcome activity. Welcome activity. Okay, welcome activity. Finish. So I'm going to erase this one and place in a last text sphere. Okay, a last text sphere. And this one I'm gonna double click on it, change it into welcome. Okay, and this one is txt welcome. Okay. Sorry, it's not txt, it's text view. So I wanna change text view. Okay, I wanna change it into text view. tvw, enter. Okay, then if we look back at this one, okay, this one is text view welcome, and when it sends intent to this one, okay, it's going to activate this activity, correct? So I'm going to code a method to create the intent, take the data, and send it to the another activity. So from this activity, okay, I'm going to write a methods public void on button welcome click. We're gonna pass in a view, control space, okay, view. Then once it is click, okay, we're going to access to their text field, which is edit text. Okay, txt name equal to edit text. Okay, find view by id. We're gonna find the view by the id given for the text field, which is r.id.txt for the text field, not text field, which is edit text. Okay, collapse this one for some spaces. Then you're going to get the names. Okay, string name. Okay, or just take the EF's name equal to txt name dot get text out of it, and it's return you an editable object. Okay, you're gonna convert it to string because we do input the string inside there. Then we create an explicit intent. Okay, so intent, control space to insert this one, intent equal to new intent. Make sure that you do control space and select this one, so it automatically imports the intent for you. Okay, and when we created intent, we may have several options. You may give them a string for the implicit intent, okay, or broadcast intent, or you can give the string for this one for implicit intent, okay, with the data sent as an URI of the resources, okay, to do with the action that you would like to do here. And in this case, we are using explicit intent, which is you're going to use a class name of the activity you would like to activate inside some component context. And we are in our context, so you're going to put this, okay, and you're going to specify the class name of the activity that you would like to activate or you would like to open, and that one is welcome activity. Okay, welcome activity dot class. So this one is what make it explicit intent, okay, because you explicitly give the class name that you would like to open. Okay, explicit intent. Then now we're going to start this activity, not yet, before starting the activity, we're going to take the data and put into the intent, and in form of key value pair, key values pair. So this one you're going to have intent dot put extra. You can put several kinds of extra information here, and this time we are putting the character sequence, which is for sequence of characters or for string, and the key here is name key, and the values here are gonna put the values for name. Then you're gonna start activity. You're gonna use this dot start activity, and that activity is the based on our intent. Okay. So this is the source code for us, okay, to create an intent and send it to an activity. Now we need to wire. You need to wire this method. So I'm gonna copy this one to the button. Click on the button. Click on component tree. Click on this bar. Type on click. Okay. So we're gonna search this one. Click on this one again. Okay. Paste the method. Press enter. Okay. Click on this one again and make sure it's wired already. Okay, so if you click on this button now, it's gonna call to this method. Okay, then when you activate another activity, you can first get access. Okay, you can first get access to this intent in this activity. Okay, when you get access to this intent already, you can get the data out. Okay, you can get the data out based on its key given here. Based on its key given here. When you have the data already, you can set the data here, which is meter A. Let's say you can set the data here is meter A. Okay, meter A, welcome meter A, and you can add some more text. Let's say to AD, ADMD, to anyone can code Android. Okay, Android series. Okay, anyone can code Android series. Okay, so we need to do this processing. We need to do this processing. So I'm going to get into this one on create. We're going to get the intent activated. This, so you have intent. Okay, intent equal to this dot get the intent that activated this. Then you're going to get the data, which is a name, equal to intent dot get HR information, and we put the HR information as a string. So we get string HR information based on the name key. Okay, when you have the name already, you're going to access to the text view. Okay, so string no sorry text view t view welcome equal to text view, and then this one is find view by idr.id dot text view welcome. Then you're going to set the welcome message to it. So you're gonna have text view welcome dot set text for the string is welcome. Then you place the name, then you place to anyone can code Android series. Okay, then that's it. Okay, that's it. So you get the intents that activated this, then you access, then you take the data, and then you access to the text view welcome, then you set this message out. So if I run this application, okay, okay, it's here. Then if you type in meter A, okay, if you click on welcome, it's gonna create an intent, taking this data and put inside that intent, and it's going to activate another activity. Okay, so it's going to activate the welcome activity, and that welcome activity is having ability to access to the intent, which is a message, and take out the data and set the welcome message to this screen. Okay, and set the welcome message to this screen accordingly. So this is an example of using explicit intent in order to communicate between activities, specifically sending data. And next one, we're going to learn how to use explicit and to receive data from another activity.